Do kids these days still go to the zoo? My favourite was always the big ones when they pounced at me. Obviously, 8-year-old me didn't have the sense to know it was the massive laminated window keeping me from being killed. It's quite sad now I realise. Their life being reduced to a screaming kid's personal entertainment. Reminds me of a story I once heard. This one's called Animal on the Loose.
Samuel, what are you doing?
I'm stretching my back out.
You're scaring me, like a big tarantula on all fours.
Ow! 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 Must have twisted it from the push-ups or something. I'm doing Ray Mears Extreme Survival Boot Camp. Got in 250 before breakfast.
You've got to stop with all the push-ups. It's becoming obsession. I like you like this. You have belly of my father.
What the... Annie, why would you say that? You think telling someone who's just spent ages working on themselves that they have the belly of your father is a good idea? God's sake, that's going to stay with me for life now.
What? Kurva, this is overreaction. I said I like it.
It's reckless, and I'm sorry, but you need to take a long, hard look at yourself first. Like Nosferatu hunched over your little laptop with your long nails.
Stop it. Very naughty, Tarantula Man.
Tarantula Man, lovely. Right, on that note, I'm off foraging. Need to blow some steam. You coming?
No. Busy.
You're coming foraging with me. Huh? Oh, go on. Oh, you're struggling. Yeah. Ow! Ouch! Stop biting me!
Sorry, defense mechanism kicks in when I get tickled. Seriously, I'm very tied up at the moment.
Come on, we're not wasting our first weekend back lurking behind a laptop. We're foraging for chicken of the woods.
No, please, no hunting for wild animals.
It's a mushroom.
Okay. But there are dangerous beasts in these parts. Bring a stick or something.
If a rabid hedgehog attacks us, you can impale it with your nails.
No, I'm not coming. Today's the day I find dress for Tim and Daisy's wedding.
What's wrong with the blue one?
That's for Jim and Lily's wedding. Tim and Daisy will be there. You know I only have small money, but you keep telling me it's important to look nice. So, what Samuel wants, Samuel gets. And now, see, you complain again.
They're schoolmates. This means a lot to me, Annie. I haven't seen them in years.
I know. That's why I'm finding dress. Why are you looking at me like it's my fault?
Obviously, I don't see it this way, but I think they blame you for tearing the group apart when you begged me to stay in Poland for 5 years.
I never begged. You moved in because I had spare bed after Babcia died. And you look so sad and skinny in your SpongeBob pants. Like little dying boy. I was very worried about you.
SpongeBob pants? Don't insult me. They're Tasmanian devil pants.
I get mixed up. You are not the only English boy to show me his pants. Oh, why do people make this stupid shit?
What's that?
Very cute top. Nice cut color. So I added to basket. Guess what it says on back? I am 100% a cannibal. I want to eat you.
Weird thing to put on a top, but I've seen worse. Do you know where we keep the string? Ray says it's best to use natural non-dye.
No, it's the, psycho celebrity who eats people.
Oh yeah, forgot about him.
I just don't think eating people is very funny. In my culture, we grew up with Baba Yaga.
Not being rude, but you literally just bit me.
That was in self-defense.
But out of context, it can look quite bad, can't it? I bet she found it really hot.
Apparently, he wanted to barbecue and eat her rib. I'm on his Wikipedia.
Well, you can't trust Wikipedia. She probably said something similarly filthy back.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. I actually feel sorry for him. I don't like him. He's a pretentious pedigreed arsehole with a weird fetish for human flesh. But you interrupted me. That's not a reason to publicly crucify the man. If anything, the real cannibals are the bloody media sniffing about for the next piece of Hollywood roadkill. It's a farce.
A farce?
You know, like a big performance to appease the masses. It happens every year. Same story, different unlucky lead.
But it's not as if it comes from nowhere. How you are saying, it's almost like they audition for lead role.
Yeah, well, the world's a stage. But you have to admit, the judgment system's bollocks when a poor choice of words goes hand in hand with capital punishment. The man's had his whole life destroyed.
I think you're brushing over some of the details, Samuel. It says
See,
here...
you're lapping it up. You don't even know him and you've already picked your side. You're telling me you've never done anything.
Yes, I did once steal watch.
Aha, see.
I was 8, and it was Winnie Pooh watch. The next day, my parents marched me back to apologize. I cleaned shop for a week. It's not really the same thing.
Bullshit. You're lying to yourself if that's all you can think of.
Sorry my story isn't exciting. Tell me yours.
We're straying from the point.
Okay, tell me the point then.
My point is, it doesn't make a difference if he's a cannibal or a sexual deviant, or even if he just enjoys awkwardly sexting his wife like the rest of the world. It's the same routine. First comes the public outrage, fueled entirely by sensationalist tabloids. They literally manipulate us all to gasp, like some kind of bad pantomime. Then, when the outrage settles, all that's swept under the rug. You get the jokey slogan teas, the BuzzFeed quizzes, all the while they're shoved into therapy while their publicists try to grasp the last dregs of their dignity. Next, it's the apology tour. He'll be doing the whole, I'm deeply, deeply sorry for wanting to eat human flesh. It's all because my parents never loved me. It's embarrassing and degrading. But the public will fall for it, because that's another thing the media loves. Performing a fucking miracle resurrection. It'll happen. And you know, it should. Everyone deserves a second chance. It's just a shame it's got to be manufactured into a spectacle.
I wonder what he's up to now. Oh, he's in rehab. This makes sense.
Who goes to rehab for cannibalism?
He's very messed up. Sexual fantasies of violence, rape, cannibalism, sexual assault allegation, I think marijuana possession. It's like a shopping list.
Marijuana? Oh, give me a break. They dish that stuff out at nursery. My 3-year-old nephew smokes marijuana.
Little Benji is druggy?
Obviously not, but you're not a druggie if you smoke weed.
Do you?
Not anymore. I dabbled, but it wasn't for me.
Oh my goodness, Sam. This is terrible. Why didn't you tell me you were drug
First of all, I'm not a drug head. And second of all, it's not a big deal over here. Maybe if I'd grown up in a village and shared a bed with my 5 grandparents, it would be a big deal. But this is England.
This is a very small town, Samuel. And I'll have you know, I didn't sleep with my grandparents. Babcia shared my bed when she got night terrors. She had dementia.
Yeah, you keep saying. Right, enough of this. I'm off foraging before the weather packs in. Come on.
No, I said I'm not coming. I was speaking to sales lady yesterday. She told me a very scary story.
Oh, yeah?
She said there used to be wild animal in this town.
A wild animal? Never heard of it?
Yes, with crazy eyes. It just went berserk one day, apparently. Like a torpedo. Such a scrawny creature, she said. But it smashed through someone's downstairs window and ran around with a shard of glass in its mouth. It was running around into walls, blood dripping from mouth and chest. Everyone was petrified. Apparently, they could see its heart pumping through the ribcage. Police came and had to tranquilize it and take it to hospital. It's so scary, don't you think?
Crazy eyes.
Samuel, where are you going?
Right, now listen, first of all, don't trust anything you hear from Leslie.
Leslie? You know her?
Know her? She's a plague. Everyone knows Leslie. She's a nosy fucking cow.
Shh. Sam, close the window. She'll hear.
Good! Oh, did you hear that, Leslie? You nosy cow!
What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me? She's the interfering old bitch stirring things up like it's some kind of game. It was really hard time for me.
Leslie's a lovely lady. You know, maybe I misunderstood. Maybe just my terrible English, haha. She was like, oh, big scary dog or something. What do you mean, hard time for you? Sam, stop with push-ups. What is going on?
Nothing.
Talk to me, Sam. Look, you're all red in the face now.
Piss off, all right? Ah, my back! Ah, my back!
Stop this madness. Okay, fallen soldier. Let me massage pain away. You're very tense. Strong back, but it is all in knots. Let me put pressure on you with my feet.
I can't feel my legs, Annie. Is this safe?
Yes, it's very safe. Now, tell me what you're thinking.
I'm not. I actually can't breathe now, Annie. Can you do it with your hands?
Sure. You know, Leslie is really not so bad. She reminds me a little of my
Your babcha,
babcha.
yes, I know. Jesus, would you please shut up about your fucking grandma?
Don't you dare take this out on my family. It's not me on the ground having a tantrum over a little story.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that about your grandma. It's not her fault. I'm just now realizing this whole moving thing was a massive, catastrophic fucking error.
Oh, come now. No getting cold feet already. It will all fall into place.
How do you know that? I haven't spoken to my friends for 5 years. 5 years? You've never met them, and I've never met Daisy, so how do you know that?
Well, I don't know, Sam. But here you are, sobbing your eyes out. So either you tell me what the real problem is, or I go back to computer now.
Mary was the problem. Tim's ex-girlfriend. She thought she was better than us, said we were a bad influence on Tim. I felt the same way about her.
Yeah, I see. Mary is not such a nice name as Daisy. Not super joyful.
Leslie told me Mary was seeing multiple men behind Tim's back.
You just said Leslie was a nosy cow, riddled with diseases.
Yes, I did say that, but that's not the point, is it? She told me she'd seen Mary out with different men, and I can't say I was surprised, Annie, because Mary was just like the rest of them, careless. They smash things up and then retreat back to their lives and let other people clean up the mess. I wasn't going to let that happen to my friend.
So, you told Tim?
No, I took matters into my own hands. I can't believe I'm telling you this. You got to understand, I was in a bad place in my life. My ex had just broken up with me and I was confused and angry.
Breakups are very tough.
Yeah, but this was like being taken off life support. I thought I had it together, then I lost it all. I lost it all. My girlfriend, my job. I even got fired from the fucking deli. I'm not proud of it, Annie. I punched a customer over a block of cheese, for God's sake. That's how messed up I was. He came in and accused me of letting rip in the establishment, even though we both knew it was the cheese. It was all a big joke to him, and I couldn't handle it.
Jesus, Sam.
What? You told me to open up.
I know. Shh. This is just difficult to hear. Please, go on.
I tried everything to deal with the pain. I even took myself to the park to meditate. And I did fully intend to meditate, but then this guy approached me and he seemed friendly enough. He might have been high, but He looked like he was having a good time, and I wanted that for myself. It really did help at first. Everything felt lighter for a bit. Until I saw Mary in the park, doing exactly what Leslie had said.
She was making out with another guy.
They were walking around, linking arms. In broad daylight, it made me sick seeing them laughing together, gazing into each other's eyes, looking happy. Well, I didn't want Tim going through that, so I followed them. All the way to Tim's flat. To Tim's own flat. And it just got worse. They were opening wine, hugging. The lights were on. I was pounding on the door. I remember thinking, I'm not going to be ignored. How dare you? I'm Tim's best friend. Who the hell are you?
So?
Well, they did ignore me. And, well, I don't remember what happened next because I blacked out.
You blacked out. You smashed through downstairs window, didn't you?
I was in hospital for 3 months. Severed a major artery, punctured lung, perforated bowel. The doctors didn't know if I'd make it. And even when I did, I couldn't shit normally for a year.
Oi. Where did it all go wrong, Sam?
Can I just say, she claimed it was her brother or something, but how was I to know she had 4 brothers?
You have 3 sisters.
That's different, Annie. 3 I can believe, but 4? Anyway, it doesn't matter now, does it? She dumped Tim and moved to Bristol, and now Tim openly despises me. Hasn't spoken to me since. I'm apparently a public disgrace. Leslie's spilling her guts to everyone and their mother. What the hell was I thinking moving back here?
This is bad, yes. But Tim invited you to his wedding, didn't he?
It's a courtesy invite. It's just embarrassing. I'm not going.
You know what Babcha used to say about our village?
Go on. What did Babcha say about your village? What did Babcha say that's going to help me out of this shit?
She said our village is like House of Mirrors. You have House of Mirrors at Funfair here?
Mm-hmm.
This little town is also like House of Mirrors. You are desperately trying to fight mirrors and find exit, but it's impossible because around each corner is a reflection of yourself.
Great.
But thing about Funfair mirrors is that it's not really you in the mirror. One mirror makes you look tall as 3. The next makes you round, like fat train conductor. If you don't like round one, you choose mirror you like. You understand?
Not really, but thank you for trying.
Maybe is untranslatable in English. You know what Leslie told me? She said this wild animal was the most exciting thing this town has ever seen. She's been very bored since, so, you know, at least one person will be happy to see you.
Yeah? What do I do about the others?
Tim's moved on with his life. Now it's your turn to move on. After you write apology letter to Mary. And Tim. And I think maybe therapy would not be such a bad idea too.
Do I really have to do all that?
Of course you will do this. How can you not do this when you're totally capable? Idiota, kurva mać.
Animal on the Loose was written by Louise Parfitt and performed by Johnny Trail and Liz Egan. It was directed by Louise Parfitt and produced by Heather Graham, with sound design by Ross Weston, effects editing by Ryan Ristick. Thank you for listening.